Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I have a building tips and tricks video for you guys, in which I'm going to give you guys some building tips and tricks to help you guys edit a lot faster in Fortnite. And these tips are very simple to do. Anybody can do them and learn them instantly, but they are a major game changer when it comes to editing faster in Fortnite. And I'm going to show how to do all of that in just a minute. And before we get into the video, if you guys could, make sure to drop a like on this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications so you're notified for every single new video. And as well, make sure you guys add my Snapchat if you guys have not already. It's going to be Young Humor YT. Make sure you guys add me on Snapchat. I have a lot of cool stuff on there, so make sure you guys add me. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be specifically talking about one edit in particular that I'm going to show you guys two really good tips to help you guys edit that much quicker in Fortnite. It's really going to save you a ton because I've got screwed over so many games by not able to do this edit. And the edit that I'm going to show you guys is when you split the wall in half like here. And you can do a few different ways of doing this, and I'm going to show you guys the fastest way of doing this in this video. And actually, just yesterday, I died in a game because I missed my wall edit 3 different times. It was horrible because I was getting sprayed. I think I was playing duo, or I was playing solo squads, right? And I got nailed by these two guys. I had a few seconds to like kind of, edit my wall and get out. I missed the edit 3 times and got nailed and died. So after that, I was like, screw it, I'm going to work on this edit right here. So when going for this edit, most people just kind of go in that kind of motion right there, kind of like that counterclockwise motion. And when you want to do it, you actually want to do it kind of in like a diagonal motion. That is the fastest way to do it, because most people go in like counterclockwise kind of around. But the fastest way to do it, and this especially helps me because I put in a lower sensitivity, and there's not an editing sensitivity for Console Fortnite. So when it comes to editing, it could be a little bit more difficult for me. I have to be able to edit as fast as possible, because when on that 7.7 sensitivity, which I'm on, it's going to be a lot harder to edit very quickly. So anything that can speed up editing is definitely a really important thing. So when it comes to editing, that is really going to help you guys out when it comes to just cutting these walls in half and being able to edit these faster. It's not go all the way around and kind of just go to, like kind of in a diagonal motion. And it's going to be a lot quicker to edit, I promise you guys. I knew about this kind of, I would say the early season 5, but I never really did this too much. I don't really know why I stopped doing this. But I'm definitely going to start doing this more because it's a very helpful tip to use. And you always want to practice the upper one too, because a lot of people use the bottom corners. But when I died in that one game of solo squads, I had a ramp behind me, so the only ones I could edit were the top left 3. And I missed that edit 3 times, so I definitely need to work on that edit in particular. And here's a good way that you guys can practice this if you guys want to. Just pretty much just find any flat area or just put a bunch of floor panels and just build a bunch of walls. And basically all you want to do is go through the course right here and then try to go through and edit all the walls as fast as possible. And for me, this is definitely I'm not the best at. I haven't been able to really go through it, cleanly every single time. I've messed up a few times trying to go through it, but for the most part, it's not too bad. I've been able to go through it pretty quickly, because if I had a higher editing sensitivity, and it's not really worth to raise my sensitivity just for editing, because my accuracy is really good on 7.7, but it would be so much more helpful to have a higher editing sensitivity, because if I don't have it perfect every single time, it's going to be very hard to get the edit still while going fast. So sometimes if I don't get it perfect, I'm going to be messing up and I have to redo it. But you want to try to go through this while sprinting the entire time. That's going to be the goal, is just trying to go through all the edits as fast as possible. And once you go back, you want to do it the other way too, because that's also very important. And one thing that I didn't put in this video that I probably should have put in this course is you probably want to do the same edits, but you want to do the top left squares and the top right squares. So the exact same edit, but on the top section. And I think that's really important, because in my game when I died, I messed up that edit specifically. But I'm also going to give you guys one more tip to help you guys do this edit even faster than you guys have done it before. So this is also another really simple tip to help you guys out when doing this edit to do it even faster. And this is probably the best situation, or usually the situation that you're going to be able to do this the best. And most likely you're in a 1x1, you're getting sprayed from the outside, and maybe you're sitting in here, you have a ramp up or something, and you're kind of congested in here, and you're getting sprayed by 1 or 2 players. And probably your best option in this situation is to get out. And as you guys can see, I still can't edit that. That was probably I think that was the exact same edit that I messed up in that game, and I still can't do it. But when you're in the 1x1 and you're wanting to edit out, when it comes to editing, it's really important that if you want to be able to edit faster, you have to keep your distance, because the further you are away from the wall, the easier it is to edit. Because the further you are away, the less movement you have to do to be able to edit all the squares. Because the closer you are, all the squares, it's going to be halfway filled up on your screen. So it's going to be a little bit harder, and you have to do even more movement the closer you are to the wall. As you guys can see, when you're at the wall right here, it can be a little bit difficult to get all the squares. And in game, if you're getting spread out from multiple teams, this is really going to mess you up, because you're really trying to edit this as fast as possible. And when it takes a longer time to edit than usual, you're going to start messing it up a ton. So if you want to go for this edit the fastest way possible, you have to try to give yourself a little bit of room. It doesn't have to be a ton of room, but it just has to be a little bit more, so you guys can give yourself a little bit more space to go for the edit and just be able to edit it quicker. And this also would apply when you're going for the edit course and you're trying to edit as fast as possible. You always want to try to get the edit done the fastest as possible, because if not, if you wait till like the last second to try to go for the edit, I guarantee it's going to slow you down and it's going to mess you up. Because even for me, it's a little bit hard to try to get this angle when you're from here in the box. So trying to back up a little bit, and sometimes I would even recommend not even putting an extra ramp in your 1x1. I mean, from time to time you might have to if you're really low on health and you're kind of desperate, because when you don't have that ramp in there, you do have a little bit more room. So you kind of have to pick and choose whether you want to have that or just kind of have an extra layer to protect yourself from gunfire. So it really just happens to do with the situation, but I would always try to recommend giving yourself the most amount of space possible. And for the rest of this video, I have a high kill solo gameplay, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I cannot get a 20 kill solo for my life. This is a 19 kill solo gameplay, and one of the guys in the gameplay, I railed this guy twice with my pump. It was like 114 and like 70 something. Either way, I made this guy so one shot. After my second pump shot, he immediately died to the storm. That's how low this guy was. So I just cannot get a 20 kill solo win for my life. I think I have like 4 or 5 19 kill solo gameplays, and I just cannot get a 20. It really should have been a 20 because I railed that guy and I caused him to die to the storm. But it is what it is. It's a 19 kill solo gameplay. It's a really good gameplay. So make sure you guys watch this video and stay to the end. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, if this video helped you guys out in any way, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Turn on my notifications, and as well, make sure you guys add my Snapchat if you guys haven't already. It's YoungHumorYT. Just make sure you guys add me on Snapchat. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. And alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.
I am who I'm meant to be. Over and out. My future needed clarity, so I could see how you react, to me. So much differently. I am different. Every time that I look back, I see my fortune. Would you react to me? So much doubting all that I can do, what I need to do. All I can say, the word is thank you. Think is what you need to put away from the shore, amongst the waves, exactly where I wanna be. I am where I wanna be. Remember the start, when my future needed clarity. Yes, I needed clarity, so I could see how you react, to me. So much differently, 'cause I am different to you. Every time that I look back, I see my future. reality.